What it do? It's your boy Crackle Stand on Guy Get Sports, and today I will be covering the Commanders versus the Giants game. So let's get straight into it. So first thing first, I feel like the Commanders should lose. I want us to lose because at the end of the day, I want us to get a top draft pick. We will have an opportunity to get the number one draft pick if we lose the rest of our games. We only won 3 games, and we have like a tie with a lot of teams that won 3 games. You got the Titans. I think the Titans won 2 games. You got the Saints won like 2 or 3 games. The Giants won 2 games. So we'll have an opportunity to get a top draft pick if we lose out. Right now, the Giants has the number one draft pick if the season was over with today. But, I think the Giants are going to beat us anyway just because our team is just not functioning well right now. But I think it will be beneficial for us to lose to them so we have an opportunity to hop up in front of other teams. Got teams like the Saints, the Titans, the Giants, all these teams. Like some of these teams are going to be playing each other late in the season, which will give us another opportunity to get in front of them in the draft by them losing and for us, by them winning and then us losing. We have an opportunity to get number one draft pick, which we need. We trade a lot of draft capital for people like Larry Tunsil, which I don't regret that. We talking about getting him an extension already in the offseason, so we need a blindside left tackle to protect Jay Daniels. So that was worth every draft pick that we did for him. But Lattimore, that was a waste. He's just not good enough for us. And then also to Debo. Debo, maybe you can make an argument it was worth it, but in hindsight, it wasn't worth it. That's really not his fault at the end of the day. If, our team was healthy and we had, the receivers that we supposed to have on that field all year, I feel like Debo would have had a better year for sure. He had a decent year this year, but he wasn't supposed to be the number one guy. But unfortunately, Terry McLaurin's been out for the majority of the year. I think it's going to be his 3rd game back from injury, so he's been doing pretty good. Seems like he's going to be healthy going forward, but we had to lean on Debo too much, and that's not really his role. He's never been like a number one receiver type of running receiver. He's like a running back sometimes, and a gadget type of a player, like a playmaker. He's not like a number one receiver, so it's not his fault. So I think it will be beneficial for us to get a top draft pick, so we can trade back and get some of that draft capital that we lost from Debo and Lattimore, hands down. I feel like we get a top 3 pick. If we get top 3 or get the number 1 pick, then we definitely would have an opportunity to trade back because one of those teams are going to trade up to us for one of them quarterbacks. I know it's not a strong quarterback class right now, but you never know. So I feel like somebody's going to trade up and try to get a quarterback. Somebody maybe like the Raiders, maybe like somebody like the Saints. We might get an extra first-round pick or 2, or, a first-round pick and a second-round pick, which we need to build this team up. Our team is too old. Peters dropped the ball when it comes to building this team up in a young way. We don't need to be signing nobody like Bobby Wagner no more. He's a great player. He's still a great tackler today, but he can't cover nobody. Everybody burns him. It's not his fault. Father Time is undefeated, and we need to go young. We need to see what McGee got. We need to see what Medrano. Why did we draft Medrano? We're not going to play him. Why? Why draft him? Why we keep drafting people not playing them? Like Ben Sinnott. We're not playing him. Ben Sinnott will play because Ertz is out for the year. So he will, hopefully get opportunity to play so we can see what he got because we haven't played him, and he was a second-round draft pick. Newton is a rotational player. If you guys don't know who Newton is, he's our defensive tackle who we drafted Peter's first year in the offseason. So he hasn't done nothing for real. So we got to do a better job drafting. Got to do a better job signing people who are younger and who's going to be around for a long time because, we can't be signing the Von Millers and the Preston Smiths. We can't do that. Raj Jr. was a good pickup, but unfortunately, we got hit with the injury bug. He was out. But he's more like a one-stopper. And we also signed Ken Law. I like Ken Law. I feel like he'll be good if our team gets put together the right way. So we'll see how that goes. But we got to, do more smart pickups. Get younger. We can't just patch up an old team and just think we're going to go far. We got lucky the first year, with Jay Daniels because he had the magical year, but we got to build this team up the right way. So hopefully, Peters does that. So we'll see how that goes. But let's get into the Giants, the Commanders game. As far as the Commanders on offense against the Giants defense, I would say we should have some success. Mariota should have success in the air. Giants like one of the worst teams when it comes to stopping the receiving yards and rushing yards. So I feel like Terry McLaurin should be able to eat. Hopefully get the targets that he got against the Broncos. He had like 14 targets. So and Mariota was playing that game, so hopefully talking them in that rate. I feel like, Terry McLaurin probably definitely can cover his over. I think his over is 57.5. So he should be able to cover that. And also, too, like I said, the running game is pretty weak, too, for the Giants, stats-wise. So I feel like Rodriguez, if he plays, can have success. Right now, he's questionable with the groin, so who knows he's going to play. But, we have Bill and McNichols. But I would say if Rodriguez play and we actually give him the ball, because for some reason Cliff Kingsbury don't like giving him the ball as enough like he should. Because Rodriguez run hard and he has success. And he had over 5 yards per carry last week. So I don't know why we ain't running the ball more. But if he does play and gets the ball, I feel like Rodriguez would definitely get a touchdown. I like Terry McLaurin for a touchdown. Also, too, let's go to the defense. For us against the Giants offense, I feel like we're not going to be able to stop Jackson Dart. We seen what McCarthy did to us last week. He tore us apart. He looked like Mahomes and Tom Brady out there. Our defense just banged up, and I don't know. We just don't have answers. You know what I'm saying? We just don't have answers. I feel like Dan Quinn definitely plays better. Our defense looks better than it was with Joe Witt Jr. But at the end of the day, we don't have a pass rush. The pass rush is the problem. Another thing that Peters failed on, like why we didn't go for a pass rusher in the draft or in free agency. It doesn't make sense. And we are suffering because of that right now. So that's why I think, Jackson Dart will have success just off of that alone. He'll have too much time in the pocket. Wendell Robinson should have I'd say between 60 to 80 yards. Theo Johnson, the tight end from the Giants, should have success. We've been struggling against tight ends. You seen what Ingram did it to us against the Broncos. And then you seen Hawkinson get a touchdown with the Vikings. So Theo Johnson, I love him for a touchdown. I'm taking him for anytime touchdown. For sure. I think he'll get it. I don't know who's going to get a touchdown as far as the running back wise, because they got a split running back situation when it comes to Singletary and Tracy. I think both of them can have success as well. So, yeah, I got my Commanders losing, let's say, 24-34. I feel like we'd be able to score some points on them, but I don't feel like we'd be able to stop them. Like I said, I feel like Wendell Robinson would eat. Jackson Dart might get a rushing touchdown as well because he's dangerous with his legs. For sure, he has a lot of rushing touchdowns this year. So I'll definitely take Jackson Dart for a touchdown. Anytime touchdown, he should get that. But we'll see, man. Like I said, Jaden Daniels is out. They've been talking about, hey, we're not sure if he's going to come back this year or not. What are we talking about? The season's over with. We've been officially eliminated. Don't bring him back. Y'all are not going to be satisfied until he tears his ACL. And then y'all going to be like, he shouldn't have came back because we was already eliminated from the playoffs. So why is he back? Sit him out. Hopefully, for us, best case scenario, we're not going to win this battle. We didn't win the 2025 season battle. But we need to win the war. In order to win the war, we have to lose the rest of our games so we can get a top draft pick. So we can trade back, get some more draft capital, get younger, and build this team up the right way. You know what I'm saying? And Peters has to. I'm going to be looking at you this year, Peters, in this off season with your free agency pickups and with your draft picks. You have to do a better job. You can't be drafting people like Ben Sinnott in the second round, not using them. Newton, he's not doing enough. He was a second rounder. You know what I'm saying? Madrano, he wasn't a second round. I think he was like a 4th, 5th rounder. But why are we not playing him? We need to be playing the young people. So Ben Sinnott need to be getting these reps. He's want to get reps because unfortunately Ertz got hurt. So hopefully get these reps. We need to see what Ben Sinnott got for the remaining of these games, so we can see if he can be an actual threat for us next year, or we need to go get somebody in the draft or free agency. Me personally, I'm going after Kyle Pitts regardless. I feel like Kyle Pitts have upside, and I feel like he'll be cheap because he's inconsistent. You seen what he did against the Buccaneers last game. He had 3 touchdowns. But he will be a bargain price. You don't have to pay too much for him because he's not consistent. So I will go all in on getting Kyle Pitts if I was the Commanders and paying him with Jaden Daniels and Terry McLaurin. That's just me. But we need to see what these young bucks got. We need to address this pass rush. We better draft a pass rusher this offseason. We better draft one in the first round. We better. You know what I'm saying? Point blank, period. We better get a pass rusher. And in free agency. So let's see, man, what we got, man. We gotta step up this season. It's a long season. We got one more month, guys. So it's just hang in there. I'm gonna continue to watch the games like I always do. I'm a fan. I'm gonna watch the games. If we losing 31-0, 50-0, just because I love the game and I wanna see where we are exposed at so we can fix certain things. But it's been a long season. Last year this time I was so happy, boy. I was, on cloud nine. A couple weeks from now we would have clinched the playoffs against the Falcons just before New Year's. So just a different time in the DMV area. But yeah, man, we've been here before, man. That's just hanging in there, and we'll be better next year. We had a lot of injuries this year, and I feel like that's the reason why our season, is as bad as it got. So we just need to, like I said, get younger. That's first thing first. This game, I want to see more Drano more. I want to see Ben Sinnott more. I want to see McGee more. I want to see Burks more. We need to see the people that may not be around next year. We need to see them more, see what they got. So we need to target Burks more. We have to. We need to do all that stuff. You know what I'm saying? Because the season's over with. We are preparing for next season. So please, 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 Commanders. I know you guys are competitive. I get it. Who don't want to play? Who don't go out there to play to win? As a competitor, I get it. We need to lose the rest of our games, man. We need to lose the rest of our games. The season's over with. We need a top draft pick. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, trade back if we can. But if you see like a Parsons or like a if you see a Myles Garrett in this draft, if we number one draft pick and you have opportunity to draft him, you draft him because Myles Garrett is a freak. This imagine if we had Myles Garrett right now, our defense would be way better. So yeah, we need to get pass rusher. That should be number one. Top three needs pass rusher, pass rusher, pass rusher. Then maybe like a receiver. We need another receiver and some more D linemen possibly. Definitely tight end because, like I said, Ertz is going to be out. We don't know what we got in Ben Sinnott, and like I said, I would go out to Kyle Pitts. But yeah, let me know, guys, what you think. You think the Commanders going to win this game? You think the Giants going to win? What's some of the offseason needs that we need to address? And also, too, do you guys want to lose the rest of the game so we can get a top draft pick, or do you want to close the season out strong? Do you want Jaden Daniels to come back? I don't want Jaden Daniels to come back because I don't want him, tearing his ACL. But some people think otherwise. So let me know in the comments. I appreciate you guys. I will definitely do a review of the Giants and the Commanders game, probably Monday, Tuesday. So yeah, thanks for supporting me. This has been a